2200 to 1300. And I was really looking for a morning washout on these memory names to go long. And unfortunately, fortunately, whatever the hell you want to say, these things bounced nearly $100 a share early pre-market, and now kind of selling off. So I would like to see hopefully a reclaim on probably Micron is what I'll choose. Probably you see this 820 resistance. It broke 820 and then it shot up. So that tells me that potentially this 820 should act as support. And then you can also see there's a little bit of a downtrend line being formed here. So ideally I wanted to hold that 820 support, buy a little bit on the dip, and then from there, maybe add if we break over this downtrend line. It has already shown us that the stock could rebound $100 a share when it wants to. So the question is if and when it will actually do that rebound again today. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process for trades of the day. I was watching this stack, but the reality is this stack, I think it was Chinese name, no real dilution, not much crazy action. So I kind of stayed away from it. Also, there was nothing really else taking the money flow this morning. So that kind of freaked me out. So overall, just taking it a little bit slower, as I always do. Yesterday, we traded ATPC. You can see we traded ATPC, traded this morning action, got out and walked away. Walking away was the best thing that I could have done on this stock because it did a zombie move all the way back up. So this is why my Bible is the zombie rules. Walking away before I get into any trouble. Sometimes stock goes lower without me. Sometimes it kind of rebounds without me. But overall, I know that if I'm walking away with a green day, that's all that I really care about. So there's that. Just a reminder to not overstay, oversize, or anything like that. Aside from that, we're going to get started here building the watch list. We left the stream running yesterday all day. Not quite sure if I'm going to do that again today. As you guys know, we stream on YouTube from 9 a.m. to 9:29 a.m. We talk about the market, we build the watch list, we get prepared for the morning, and then at 9:30 we cut off the stream and reserve that for MIC members. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. But yeah, we'll get started here live trading. So the way that we start live trading is always the same process. We always look at the previous day's watch list. The reason why we look at the previous day's watch list because stocks from the previous day are still usually in play. And sometimes we forget about it. I'm speaking for myself. Sometimes I forget about it. So first thing I do is I go back to yesterday and see what's moving. So I go to Ruby. Ruby, man, am I pissed off about this one. So you can see we were talking about this yesterday during live trading that if it breaks this kind of like 580 support that I would look to go short. It ended up breaking the 580 support and literally never looked back, man. Never looked back. And I was just so frustrated because this thing failed like $3 a share with no issues at all. Even getting a small size position would have paid huge dividends. But it always goes back to the same thing is, building good process means sticking to your rules. And if my rules tell me not to chase and I break those rules and I get rewarded, then that teaches something in my brain that, hey, if you keep breaking the rules, you will get rewarded, you dumbass. So I've done that so many times and it kind of bit me in the butt. So these days, I just very patiently wait for my key areas. If my key areas don't hit, I don't take the trade and that's it. It's annoying sometimes in the moment, but more often than not, after tracking my stats, it's been a blessing. So mostly, no trade on this Ruby because it kind of came back lower than where it started. The move started at 368 and now it's $1 lower. So there's not really much range to make more money to the downside. So that's probably why I'm just going to ignore it. So nothing on Ruby. ATPC, day 2 stock today, popped up, kind of failed. Not really feeling too crazy about this. It trapped yesterday. It might have a potential trap today. So nothing really in love with there. So those are the stocks that were moving yesterday. Nothing really of interest. Now let's go to what's moving today. PMAX. This PMAX is kind of just consolidating. You know, it's not really up that much yet. You know, so I'd say that this is really no trade. It's just not really up that much. You know, it's up what, 20 cents on the day. So PMAX, not enough meat on the bone. Not enough meat on the bone. So ignoring this for now. BIYA, you know, same thing. You can see this thing likes to pop and fail, pop and fail, pop and fail, which is fine. But it's not really up that much today, man. It's not really up that much. So I'm probably waiting for more information on this one. BIYA. BIYA. Waiting for more information on this one before I trade it. And then my main watches are the memory names. So Micron and SanDisk, probably top watches here. Beaten down, you know, from 1250 down to 800. 1, 2, 3. Today is the 4th day red and it gapped down. It already showed us that it has a potential to rebound. So MU, SNDK, multiple down days in a row. Pre-market, we got a strong bounce showing that the potential is there. Focusing on MU to hold 820 and add to the winner if VWAP confirms. Aside from that, not really interested yet, but this SpaceX, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down days in a row pretty much, and it hasn't really rebounded. It's under the IPO price, but for me on something like SpaceX, I would rather wait for the day that it reclaims green and then go long. So just like on a first red day where we wait for it to go red and then we short, for something like SpaceX, ideally, I am waiting for the first day that it goes green and holds green for a long. This is the reverse of the first red day. And that's pretty much all I got so far this morning. You know, probably going to be watching memory. Oh, stack, duh. So stack, this is freaking pre-market. It looked rather strong. This is the only stock that was taking money flow pre-market. And then it just turned into a freaking loser. Can we look for a bounce? Maybe, you know, probably like 360, 4 and 420. But chances of that happening are slim. Stack looked strong pre-market. There wasn't much else moving. So this had money flow. Ideally, a bounce toward 360, 420 to scale in short. And that's going to be the watch list for today. So let me just post this watch list out so everyone has it. And then I'll get on to the next topic, which is Cobra Trading. So Cobra Trading is the same broker that I use, it's the same broker that Steve uses, the same broker that all of our moderators in MIC use. If you want to be able to trade the same stocks that we do and save money on fees, you need to have a Cobra Trading account. Right now, we have a very big promo going on with them right now, where if you sign up, you will get 30 days of free commissions. You will get $500 in locate fee credits, and we'll be selecting 5 people to come trade live with me in a secret undisclosed location. And if you do not have the $10,000 minimum for Cobra Trading, we have Big Trades, which is Cobra Trading's sister company for smaller accounts. This is a $2,500 minimum, and you will be getting a $200 locate fee credit. So I've been trading for 12 years. I've used every single broker out there. And the reason why we use Cobra is they have not only the best support, but to literally be able to trade these stocks, guys, you need to have a Cobra Trading account. A lot of people come in, oh, could I use Schwab? Could I use Fidelity? Could I do this and that? Those are mostly investing platforms. Those are not really trading platforms. So that's something that you have to keep in mind is if you want to be an active trader, You need an active trading platform, not a, long-term investment platform. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't realize that. So that's one thing. Also, yeah, I mean, I guess with that being said, I'll pass the baton over to Steve here. Got about 11 minutes until the market opens, and we'll get started live trading here in the next couple of minutes. Thanks, guys.
Cool. So, on that last point about your broker, I had a message this morning from a member who was here on a trial and said, hey, shorting is not really for me. Like, locates cost money and there's other fees and et cetera, et cetera. And what I explained to the trial member was, I mean, first of all, I didn't get to ask which broker he was using because, locates are generally, I mean, they kind of cycle, right? If you've only been in it for a couple of weeks, you're probably, seeing a high end of the cycle. They've been a little bit high in general since PDT went away because there's more demand probably. But it seems like the last couple of days, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I've seen locates going down a lot since Cobra opened up a couple more locate vendors. So I don't know which, if you guys are, put it this way, if you're not using Cobra, you're definitely going to be paying a lot for locates, right? But in general, yeah, they were high for, the last several weeks, but I feel like they're definitely coming down lately. And in general, they just kind of cycle, and the ones I paid lately weren't much at all. So anyways, that's one thing. Second, we get rebates for trading. There's fees and all this. I'm like, man, depending on how many shares you trade, you're gonna, break even or even make money after paying for your DOS platform because
yeah, Val makes 10K a month in rebates, bro. Even the Cobra guy is like, dude, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
And there was I forget who it was, but a member was posting in the past that they were paying their mortgage basically with the rebates, like $4 or $5 a month. I mean, I'm not saying we all trade that kind of size, right? But what I'm saying is, even with small size, you should probably likely be covering the cost of your platform and the basic. Put it this way, you're definitely not paying money. You're getting paid money back. They're paying you more in rebates than the actual fees of the trade. So, anyways, yeah, it's just something that I keep hearing, and probably from people who don't use Cobra. Anyways, so I got a couple of fun things to talk about. The first one, I'll try to get through this quick because I got a couple other things too. First one I want to talk about, yesterday I shared this topic and this graphic about, different obstacles I see. I had a DM and I asked you guys, hey, if you have anything else you want to add to this. Somebody asked which route we use for Cobra. REB25L, I believe it is. REB25L. So the member wanted me to do it. He says that he's been trading a couple years and this is a tough one for him. And I think this is a tough one for everyone. This is a tough one for me. I mean, who hasn't been there, right? We all get, down with the emotions sometimes. It's hard to keep the emotions out 100%. So what I did this morning, it was kind of fun. I put my topic together, and I don't know if it works well, we could, try this again in the future, but here's what I did. So I put my kind of topic together. I didn't cheat. Then I went to Alex AI. I asked it the same question and I got a response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post my stuff. I'm going to go through it. Then I'm going to go through what Alex AI said, and I'll just keep it simple and post it all. But I think this will be kind of a fun way to see what Alex AI thinks about this topic. And I think a lot of these are kind of similar. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Alex AI also reads webinars. So it might have some of my exact points in here. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's see what we got here. So keeping your emotions out of your trades and in check. Tall order, but with the right management, we could at least, put honest effort towards it. So getting the emotions, fear, greed, being scared out doesn't always, in your trade doesn't always start with a bad trade. It starts with a shift in your mindset. So we want to be watching for these early warning signs. These are like you feel an urgency to make money. That's probably the main one, right? You're breaking your rules. You're justifying it. You're feeling irritated, anxious, or just off. These are all red lights. It could come in many forms, but mainly I've heard members say that they use one of those pulse monitors, and anytime their pulse gets above a certain amount, they know that they're getting emotional, right? So they size it down or they cut it. But anyways, they come in all kinds of forms. We all get them from time to time. Sizing down usually does it, but let me get through this. So what do we do about it? First of all, when we have a plan, we talk about this daily, like we teach in the Discipline Workshop, you tend to focus more on the plan. You don't need to be so nervous and anxious about what do I do if this goes to this area or it doesn't go to this area or it doesn't wash or it squeezes a little bit. What do I do? So you don't have to have all those feelings of anxiety related to not knowing what you're going to do if it acts or continues to act a certain way, because you've got a plan, right? Your plan tells you where you're going to cover, where you're going to stop. Your plan told you your share size and all that stuff, right? So that's the first thing is we need to have a plan. We need to size down. If you're in a trade and your emotions hit, what do you do, right? So I recommend you stay calm, stick to the plan, or if you're unable to do that, just cover out, walk away. There's nothing wrong with walking away if you just can't get through the trade or you're feeling too emotional or you're feeling like you're making mistakes, right? So if you're in a trade, close the chart, get away from the screen 10, 15 minutes or even for the day. For some, it helps to journal your emotional state, even if it's just a sentence. Talking out loud is one that I do a lot. I hear Alex does a lot. I hear from members that it helps you guys, and that's a big one. So here's what Alex AI gave us. This will be kind of fun. Okay, so Alex AI asked this. I asked the same question. How do we keep our emotions out of our trades and in check? Alex AI, here's some of the key points. You don't remove emotions by willpower. You keep them in check by having rules that protect you when emotions show up. Okay, that's pretty good. Here's a practical MIC approach. Accept that volatility creates emotion. High demand creates emotional buying and selling. That emotion creates opportunity, but it also creates danger. Far beyond what makes sense. Then snap back hard when buyers disappear. Your job is not to get caught as the greedy seller holding the stock anymore. Number 2, that's pretty good. Use hard risk rules before the trade. Before entering, know your max loss per trade, your max daily loss, your max share size, your risk level, your guides such as VWAP or your key level. Example, if your max loss per trade is $100, that's the most you can lose on the trade that if you stick to your plan. If your max daily loss is 500, once you hit that, you're done for the day. Do not decide this in the heat of battle. This sounds exactly like what I just talked about, right? So this thing is, reading my mind or reading our minds. Pretty good, but it's a lot more detail than I put into it, right? I got to be fair. Next is set your broker side protections. Of course, we talk about this daily. You need to set your max share size, your max dollar loss with your broker, because mentally you may not protect yourself when emotions are high, right? So true. If you exceed your daily loss limit, your broker can restrict you, so you can only exit the position, not enter a new one. That protects you from revenge trading. So if you've got a broker that doesn't do that, switch brokers. Don't use that broker. Next is use the 3-strike rule. 3 consecutive losses means stop trading for the day. I like this one. That's a sign that you're likely not in the right mindset. Stop risking money. Reassess your plans and get back to the drawing board. That's a good one. 5 is after red day, lower the goal. Alex says this all the time. After red day, the goal is not to make it all back. The goal is simply be green tomorrow. Even $1 is enough. $1 is enough. This keeps you from forcing trades and oversizing emotionally. Perfect. Next is control size based on the setup. For short sellers, Alex's method is 30% size front side, where VWAP is the guide. About 70% under VWAP once the stock is weaker. This helps you avoid being too aggressive too early when the stock still has squeeze potential. Next, cut yourself off when needed. A valuable rule Alex uses is cutting buying power after 10:30 a.m. Whether green or red, the reason is simple. Sticking around too long can lead to giving back gains or making emotional trades. As short sellers, Knowing when to stop is a major edge. And finally, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate the trade. Use the KISS method. Keep it simple. Know the setup, know the risk, follow the plan, and do not follow random trade alerts from anyone. No one is trading your account for you. You must choose and respect your own tolerance. For some, meditation can help or calm your nerves. Mainly, do not enter a trade if you're emotional. And if you're in a trade, trim it or cut it later and come back later in the day. So this is a good one. And like we say, even if you guys are in the live trades, you need to have your own full plan on the trade with stops and everything else. So you need to know what your risk is and all that kind of stuff. We're about to open, so I don't want to get into this too long, but I just want to share this real quick. If you guys are newer, schedule an onboarding call with James or Harry. That's number 2. I just posted the link in the webinars channel. So definitely schedule that if you guys are new and you want to get started on the right track. Thanks. I'll pass it back over. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Steve. So this SpaceX, is getting pretty close to that potential first green day video. I mean, the first green day, maybe over this 128, it might be worth an attempt for that move to 131 and then buy it for a move, maybe to like 140 or 150. But, main watch is Micron. We'll see where this goes and what happens. The market's open here, so I'll probably start in very small into the dips, and we'll see what happens. So I took a small long there on Micron, 826. Again, my plan is that the closer it is to this support, the more comfortable I'll be. And ideally, what I want to see is I want to see that VWAP reclaim around 832 to potentially add or take it from there. So we'll see. It is a very small starter, SanDisk, a little bit of relative weakness so far. Okay, SanDisk trying to move now. Micron, if we reclaim that 831, I'll add a little bit. So watching. Bought some more Micron here, added to the winner. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Sold half 835.42 to lock in some P&L as a cushion. And then with that realized P&L, I could add back on dips. So you see how I'm taking a starter and then adding to the winner, reducing some along the way to protect myself. So I always like to sell some as it goes in my favor, as I got insurance policy in case things go wrong. You never know if this shit's gonna go wrong and just fail back down, So I'd rather just kind of protect myself. SpaceX just continues to fail.
Yeah, the overall market's kind of dipping today too.
Micron, a little bit of a fail as well. So I'll probably sell a little bit more on the next bounce to reduce again as I wait. Overall markets are a little bit weaker today as well. So you see that good selling into strength as the first move. And now I could either buy more on a dip, but I want to see a higher low first. So I want to see some sort of confirmation type move of like a higher low forming or like a VWAP reclaim forming. And then from there, I could decide what I want to do. But I can now risk some of my realized P&L on the trade. It is looking rather heavy to start. So we'll see how we react here at the low of the day. If we're unable to hold the lows, I will sell the remainder for a small loss. But ideally, I want to see it hold. I want to see it reclaim. By selling some right at the top, gives me a little bit of a cushion. But I don't want to just blindly add for the sake of adding. I'm not really interested in that. I only want to add if there is a clear move, a clear confirmation, whatever it may be, Right now it's looking heavy as hell. So probably better to reduce some and then reassess. So watching to see. So this is the part where people will just kind of add to their loser and add to their loser and add to their loser, but I'm not interested in really adding. I need to see either the low of the day reclaim or need to see some sort of signal. This is why having a starter size is so important, because you don't want to go too big too quick, Imagine I went full size, on that first entry. I'd be pretty annoyed. Overall market's super, super weak today as well. A lot of heavy action in the overall markets, which is probably hurting this trade potential. A little bit of a bounce now. But I have to see if this bounce is legit or not. My first initial instinct says to probably sell into the bounce and then wait. So considering that, SpaceX, still no relief. Memory's still heavy. Memory's still heavy, SpaceX still heavy, so a lot of weakness. Overall market super heavy. Overall market super heavy. I mean, this thing is weak, so I think I'm just gonna get out of it and wait for better. So I took a loss there on Micron on that last batch, potentially thinking that they might be trying to retest this pre-market low of the day around like the 800s. So I gotta save my size in case they're trying to test the pre-market low of the day. SpaceX, just absolute meltdown. One of these days it's going to be a pretty sick bounce day. But who knows when it's going to be. So I'm looking to see if there's any higher lows forming on this Micron before I get back in. Saving grace was reducing into that bounce. I definitely saved my day. But it seems like potentially these memory names may want to retest the pre-market lows. Overall, very, very, very weak action in indexes as well. So indexes are acting very, very weak. So good stop out on this Micron. Probably going to retry it here on this next support area. So bought back some long here at the pre-market lows now, 810. And I'll probably stick to this with no ads. Again, no ads until I see some sort of confirmation. Because right now we're failing pretty fast and pretty aggressively.
And a lot of weakness.
We just want to wait and see if and when the turn is going to come. You know, if it even comes. But so far, very, very weak overall. Very, very weak. Everything's pretty weak. Ideally, we want to see some higher lows start forming. Even the NASDAQ has just been straight down this morning. QQQ hasn't had like a green candle, essentially. SanDisk trying to bounce. So let's see if Micron bounces with it. Okay, getting that bounce here. So I bought some more long Micron here based on SanDisk bouncing. So these two are two memory names that move together, obviously. Okay, good buy. Good add. Well, that's not enough yet, you know? Okay. Maybe towards his 817, I'll reduce some. You guys hear echo?
I don't hear it on my end, no.
All right. I guess it's just sporadic. No worries. Like, you guys hear my voice? Or you hear Steven?
Yeah, to me, you sound really clear.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I am in my office, and my office naturally has an echo. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's picking up the audio so good it's getting like the natural, like office sounds. So SanDisk is showing a little bit more relative strength than Micron for now. But these things usually move in a pair. Oh, if there's an echo, it means you're hearing yourself on the speakers. That could probably be it. Let me try moving my speakers a little bit.
Yeah, well, that was kind of what I was talking about earlier. I mentioned sometimes when I put the TV too loud, there's an echo because they could hear from the TV, you know, from the audio into my speaker.
I'll try moving that around. So
that
again,
happens.
this Micron
that
failing
happens.
as well. So still acting weak. Pre-market lows were right around this, what is this? 808. So pretty much gave back the entire pre-market move. So I gotta be more risk averse here for a minute, because even though I'm still using small size, you know, I don't want to just get trapped. Overall market's still very, very heavy. KLRS trying to push up. So letting these things trade out a little bit, letting them breathe a little bit. Again, not oversized. I really thought that we might get this secondary bounce here, but might just be a little bit early. Might just need a little bit of time to kind of digest. Nvidia is down. Everything is down today. That's crazy. A lot of weakness all around. So thinking about reducing this micron again, because I'm okay with taking small, like let's say you have 100 shares, right? Let's say my max size is 1,000 shares. Let's say I'm just throwing a number. If I have 100 shares, I'm okay taking $200, $300, $400 hits, because when I get my proper size on, I'll make $20,000, $30,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier for me to stop out on a small size than it is to stop out with larger size. So I always want to make sure that my size is controlled until I get my clear confirmations. So we're getting a secondary hold here. So I'll buy a little bit more micron, but my plan is I'm going to stop out of this ad if the low of the day breaks. So probably at 803 will be my stop on this ad, and I'll go back to my original position. And it's so amazing. People are buying this shit at 1,200. People are buying SanDisk at 2,400. SanDisk is almost 50% off the highs. 50%. And now no one's home. It's insane. But that's what makes a market, right? So again, a nice bounce. Nice bounce. Very good bounce so far. Now we'll see if it's actually going to hold or what. So we need to start to see a little bit of higher lows start to form here. Okay, definitely getting those higher lows now. So reduce some at 817 to lock in some profits and build a cushion again. So I'm trying to build some more cushion here. And then maybe I can be patient for higher. SpaceX is bouncing too. VEEE squeezing up to 54. Very nice move, Micron.
Seems amazing.
Sold some more 820. Sold some more 820. So notice, guys, I'm selling into the strength, right? Until it picks a really good direction. Ideally, you see this kind of area here is 824. If we could start to break over 824, man, this is going to look a lot better.
BIYA also pushing up. Chinese ticker.
So sold a little bit more 823. I think I had an open order out there. So that was probably my mistake. Shit's starting to fucking look strong, man. Shit is starting to look strong. Selling some more. 26. Come on. Just a little bit more, man. Just a little bit more.
And it looks strong.
So is it making sense, guys? Is this making sense? Or am I speaking in tongues again? Notice how I am controlling my risk on the way down, not adding to fix my average or nothing like that. Buying as it reclaims and selling into strength so that I can build more P&L cushion. Now, if the shit fucking dips, right? If the shit dips, I'm not worried. You know? I mean, this shit's looking strong, bro. It is looking strong. You know? I mean, dude, you tell me. You tell me. I think this looks strong. Running out of shares here. Sold more 31. Come on down. Or no, fuck. Come on up. Shit. I'm so used to it. My fucking dumbass. I'm running out of shares, dude. I like this shit, dude. I like going long. This is fucking fantastic, dude. Look at this shit. Bam. So if you have not taken some profits, please, for the love of God, take some shit off the table, dude. And if you don't, then I can't help you, man. After this shit, I can't help you. Selling some more, 35. Bam. What a fucking trade, dude. What a freaking trade. What a fucking trade. Talk about fucking are the days, man. These are the days. So fucking sick, dude. Please, please, please take some profits off the table if you have not, dude.
Oh, VEEE halted down. BIYA still trying to push. If BYIA gets a little higher and fails, I might take some.
Let's see. Oh, shit. What is going to happen here? So we're at the high of the day, man. Oh, wow. I forgot to end the YouTube stream. You guys got fucking lucky.
Yep.
You guys got lucky.
I thought you were keeping it open.
Look at this shit, dude. Some days you're in the matrix, some days you're in the gutter. Today, dude, was one of those matrix days. And I love it. I'm going to sell out, all out here, Micron, for now. Right side of the V trade. Pretty executed pretty well here, I would say. Very, very nice trade. Very, very nice trade. Now I wait. What are you waiting for, Alex? Well, I'm waiting for a dip. Maybe I could get another re-entry. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just be a dipshit. So this is what we do every single day. Actually, you know what I realized, guys? This is a lucky microphone. This is a lucky microphone. This is the biggest day of the month for me. I think it's because of the microphone.
Oh, nice.
I think it's because of the fucking microphone. Micron just squeezing. So please, guys, if you have not taken some profits off the table, please take some profits off the table. It does not mean that I don't think these things could go higher. But when we just bounced $30 a share, notice what I said. Maybe they were trying to go for the pre-market lows. Look at what they did. They broke the pre-market lows and immediately reclaimed it. That was a signal, man. You know? That was a signal. But this shit is about to fucking go to the moon without me, bro. It's about to go to the moon without me.
Also, BIYA, I started in some and added a little bit under this 450 break. Now just waiting.
BIYA. Okay, let me see what this shit's doing. Crazy, man. So freaking, look at this Micron, bro, just higher. So they did exactly what they should have. They literally dipped it down to the pre-market low and then reclaimed it. They got everyone to stop out and they reclaimed it. So knowing sometimes that that pre-market low is the key. Oh, look at this move, bro. Bro. I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. What a sick trade. Sick. Controlling size on the first entry was the key. That's for damn sure.
BIYA starting covers here.
What a move, bro. And on a
Dude,
long.
Oh my God.
Oof.
MU.
Oof. Oof. Please dip
Just
down
look
so
at
we
that.
could get a long again. Look at this shit, dude. It's about to go green. So what an amazing call for that pre-market low to hold. So notice, guys, I stopped out. I stopped out around this 815 because I was like, what if they retest the pre-market low? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they retest the pre-market low? And thankfully, that was the right thing to do because it protected me. You know, it fucking protected me. And dude, even if this thing bounced quite literally $30 a share, dude. You know what I'm saying? Any type of size on a $30 share bounce is good money. You know? So I'm very happy with this trade so far.
Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty weak, but what a bounce, man. Out of just,
I mean, what a call, dude. What a call.
jeez.
That's what I gotta say.
I mean,
What a
how'd
fucking
you,
call.
what was your, just curious, but what was your thesis for this? I mean, I was looking at this thing like failing and I'm like, oh man, with the market going down, you know what I mean? Like it kind of looks
So,
like it's, you
yeah,
know, like
great
it's
question,
toast.
Steve. Great question. So these memory stocks are the hottest sector in the market. Everyone's talking memory, everyone's talking memory, everyone's talking memory. So you know that if and when there is a potential bounce that's going to happen, memory is going to lead the way. So number one is identify. Oh, look at this shit, dude. Wow. Number one is identifying the stock selection, selecting the right stock. So Micron and SanDisk were the proper stock selection, in my opinion, for this thesis. Now, what was my thought process? My thought process was twofold. Number one is Micron has been down, you know, massively from $1,000 a share down to 800 in just like 3 or 4 sessions. SanDisk has been down even more aggressively in those same sessions. And if you look here, you can kind of see, you know, previous resistance acting as support on Micron in the 800s. So my thought process was we got a gap down. We've had multiple down days in a row. The indexes are down. If we could start to get a bounce here, I mean, I thought it would be aggressive like this, but dude, this is just spectacular. You know, what a huge, unbelievable, beautiful, incredible, amazing, every word in the dictionary bounce on this, dude. You know?
Yeah, nice one. Jeez.
So sick.
Yeah. I mean, straight up, not even a small
Nothing,
dip.
bro. Nothing. You know, maybe we get a red to green rejection, you know, as a potential short, but I'm kind of fucking nervous, dude. I think I'd rather just kind of hold off on that one. You know what I'm saying?
EIYA, big fail, covering more here.
But I do think
Had it on
that,
that
you
last
know,
pop.
if you've not taken this off after bouncing $45 a share, $45 a share, guys. You take 500 shares, you make 22,000. You know? So let's see. Really, really, really unbelievably sick move, though. Like, truly. Should I do a small short on this Micron? But dude, look at this move. Even SanDisk, $100 a share bounce. $100 a share bounce. Oh my God.
Yeah. Micron going green.
Do you see this shit, dude?
It's crazy.
I mean, I gotta try, man. I'm gonna take a small short on this Micron here at 56. Very, 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 very small. Very small. Unbelievably small. I mean, this is just insane. So sick, bro. This is just going bananas, bro. Bananas. Wow. So now you see when these things bounce, man, what great stock selection. Holy cow. Holy cow. And this should be the top short term, at least for one dip. But the question is, how much is going to dip? You You know? V from 55 to 40. What the hell's going on in the market today, bro? Everything's fucking broken today. Everything's fucking broken. What in the world, Steven? What in the world? I don't know. I like this shit, dude. Day. I like these days. Covered some Micron here into the dip. Trading in the matrix today, bro. Literally the fucking matrix today. Feeling fan-fucking-tastic today, dude. Fantastic. This is the luckiest mic I've ever owned, bro.
You
covered
nailed
more.
That short right at 48. The top, man. Dude. I need to get a new mic.
Yeah, he goes, I need a new mic. That's fucking hilarious. So covered most of my Micron here. That's another, how much is that, dude? $10 a share? Fucking hell, bro. Fucking hell. That is just, that's a chef's kiss, bro. I don't care what anyone says. That's the fucking chef's kiss. You know? Wow, great exits. You know, maybe I'm getting a little bit too confident now. So maybe it's time to start reducing my size all around, chilling out a little bit. Because now, when you're at your strongest, is actually when you're the most vulnerable. So maybe I'm too confident now. Maybe I'm just a little bit too confident. Oh. Man, if you're not in live trading, what the fuck you smoking, bro? And give me some of that. Give me some of that, dude. Must be the good shit. Must be the shit George is smoking. What a sick, sick day. Nailed the long. Short dip pretty okay. Chef's kiss, bro. Chef's fucking kiss.
VEE. This thing. Non-stop fails, halting.
So you see this shit, guys? I'm about to count my blessings here and probably walk away soon. We'll see. Remember, when you are at your most confident in your trading, it is actually when you are the most vulnerable in your trading. So, bro, I'm at that point where, like, I can't fucking miss, dude. I can't fucking miss. And actually, identifying that, I mean, that's a signal. That's the fucking signal, you know? Bananas, huh? Bananas.
Yeah, pretty sick one. Pretty sick.
Controlling risk on the way down, scaling out on the way up. It's still, you know what the crazy part is, bro? It's still so strong. It's still so strong. Look at S&P 500, dude. Look at the SPY. Oh my God, dude. That is just stunning, dude. Literally, excuse me, stunning. How'd you get so good at identifying your emotions? I mean, dude, I still suck, but like, I just do a lot of self-talk. A lot. I try to say things out loud, and when I say things out loud, that really, really helps me. So these things are just still so strong, bro. Wow. Like
Yeah, there
literally,
it goes.
wow. $60 a share bounce. 60. I mean, bro, that is just something else. So this one trade, man, identifying this trade, participating in this trade, being involved in this trade is your entire lifetime here. Your entire lifetime membership in one single session, dude. All it takes is one. Super sick action, bro. Really super sick. Look at SanDisk, bro. $150 a share bounce almost. $150 a share. Sorry, I had this cough I can't get rid of. Oh my god, dude. Wow. It's like they're buying it as if it's the last day to fucking buy these names, dude. You see this shit?
That's insane.
It's literally like they fucking cured cancer today, dude. Just, wow. I mean, how could you ask for anything better, dude? How could you ask for quite literally anything better? You can't. You really can't. This is just something else, dude. Great identification. Whew. So I think I'm going to call it a day here, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day here.
I love how there was only one tiny dip and you top ticked it for a short.
Oh. And I didn't get greedy. So, calling it a day here with a $25,000 day on Micron. So, this $25,000 day finally gives me something nice to look at for the month. So, up $34,000 for the month. I mean, could we get a better session? Could we get a better session? I mean, I don't think we can. But so with that being said, Steve, maybe let everyone know your contact info if they want to join. Because ain't no way I'm doing this fucking free shit again next week, man. Ain't no way. It's just too good. It's just way too good, bro. This is just something out of the... That's it.
Yeah, so, it's kind of crazy. I mentioned earlier, but, I see all kinds of crazy reasons why people don't. I mean, most people stick around, they're smart and they want to make money, but the ones who don't, we should write a book or something. I mean, a couple weeks ago it was, Alex makes too much money. He never got squeezed. So,
bro, that's the craziest shit.
Like,
that one is, I don't know, bro. That one is, I think, like something we gotta scan that guy's brain, dude.
Then now it's like, there's fees involved in shorting. I mean, if you're making money, like, what does it matter if there's some fees? And second of all, you're getting paid to trade with the rebates that Cobra uses. So anyways.
And my biggest trade of the month was long.
Right. Yeah, we don't only short. So if you guys don't have excuses, if you guys want to make money, if you guys want to be a part of our club, And we got thousands of members who would tell you just do it, right? But you guys could sign up today, 50% off for a 30-day trial month. Use coupon code BUYPDT at myinvestingclub.com. I put it all in the YouTube chat. And if you guys have any questions, anything at all, just reach out, StephenRH1 at myinvestingclub.com. But give it a shot, guys. I mean, you have nothing to lose, right? Just try it for a month and see if it's for you.
I mean, dude, this is like,
if you like money,
if this is not for you after seeing this session, trading is not for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. If after this session,
I mean, I don't mean to be,
yeah, that's it.
I don't mean to be rude, but you know, the ones I hear who are just full of excuses, like, I don't know, I hate to say it, but I already know in 5 years those guys are going to be doing. The guys who make excuses are just going to be doing the same thing that they always do, right? I mean, there's an opportunity in front of you. I mean, it's been, I think August is my 8th year. I quit my job to travel the world full-time and trade. I mean, with MIC, I mean, live, and I'm not the only one. I hear this story a lot. There's a lot of members who, if I asked, they'd say in webinars, you know, MIC's changed my life. It changed my life. Like I don't know if there's ever been an opportunity like this where you could just do something new from a laptop, an hour a day, and make this kind of money potentially. So just give it a shot, guys. If you're going to just make excuses forever, then I don't even know why you tuned in, but if you want to make something real, just sign up, give it a shot. Also, BIYA, covering more here.
Good shit.
Yeah, this one's been working well. So yeah, give us a shot, guys. Go to the site, sign up for a 30-day trial. You have nothing to lose.
So that's it, guys. 25K, baby, in the bank. Finally, a nice day. I was just telling Steve this morning as well, man. It's been fucking slow. But when the opportunity, you see how it is, man. One more thing before we end this is you see for weeks, I've been chilling, taking it slow, not being aggressive. But then when the opportunity comes, man, I'm trying to slam it, you know?
Yeah, and surprisingly, I had a member a couple days ago a trial member say that they didn't want to continue because the market's been slow lately. I don't know what to say, man. Market cycle, right? Slow, hot every couple weeks.
So that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I hear all kinds of crazy stuff.
I didn't get any sleep last night. Had I gotten some sleep, maybe I would have doubled up my trade. But it just goes to show, man, that even when, you know, I'm not at my tip-top performance, if the opportunity is there, we're going to slam it. So welcome to all of our new members. Welcome to seeing everything how we do. We do it transparently every single day. We've been doing it for years. And you know what? We're not going to stop anytime soon. So if you enjoyed this, reach out to us. If you're an existing member, reach out to Steve. Maybe we could do some long-term promotional discounts. But aside from that, done trading in 45 minutes, locking in my money, walking away, and going to head to rest because I didn't get any sleep last night. So that's it, guys.
Have a good one. Great trading.